is very important.
Easy talk.
Send a message.
Your voice matters. Join the debate with today's hot question.
Yes, join us in today's conversation. Michael is in the studio and Esinu is in the studio as well. Good afternoon, lady and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Trey.
How's your day?
We just managed it. It's been a stressful day, but we are coming out.
Stressful?
Yeah, it's been a stressful
What a
day.
cool Tuesday.
For me, it's been stressful.
You see, Esinu, everything be cool for us.
She's called Esinu, aka the vain woman.
All right, so I'm sure you've heard the topic for today.
Right.
Would you want a full scholarship to further education, or you want capital for business?
Esinu, ladies first.
Well, full scholarship to which of the schools? Schools of my choice?
Yeah, of your choice, yeah. Just to further your education, anything you want to study, anything. And then money also for business. Pick one.
I have to pick one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And give us reasons.
The normal me would say education because I love that.
Okay.
To go for the funding.
Okay.
But looking at the way the world is being digitalized and the evolution we are witnessing now, I'll say I'll go for the money while making good use of the free online courses, the Udemy, the Coursera, and the other platforms to level up in terms of my education-wise. And then when I'm able to gather some money for my business, then I can move on to the education. Yeah, so I think I would go for the money for business.
Okay.
I'm saying this because, I mean, I've done my master's and I paid for my master's.
Okay.
And looking back, sometimes I say, I've gained some knowledge, but I wish I had used that money to do something else, business or something like that. Yes.
Okay.
So with that backdrop, I think I would go for the money.
Okay.
For the business.
For the business. So SNU will go for the money for the business. Michael.
For the first time, I'm agreeing with Esinu.
Wow. Wow, Michael.
Today, that's why your nickname came today.
Wow, Michael.
The vain woman. Quite, Jake. I'll go for money any day, anytime. You can always go to school.
Yeah.
You don't
anytime.
have too much time to make money.
That's true.
Understand?
That's true. That's a good point. I have not thought about. I didn't think about it this way, but that's actually really true.
You always have the time to go to school, but to look for money, it has an expiring
Because
date.
when I was in uni, most of the people in my class were in their 50s, 40s. I think I was just about one of the youngest.
Right.
You know, and then most of them were in their 50s. Some of them were already working and they just wanted to top up.
Even people have made money, didn't step into classroom, and then universities came to give them honor, doctor.
Yeah.
Something.
So you will like make the money,
It's the money and serotonins.
Hey, Charlie, I'll see Ecclesiastes.
Okay,
let's check on Facebook. Salam Abdul says, capital for business. Currently, I'm into poultry and I need about 50,000 to raise 300 beds from day old till maturity. Pokwa Savi says, full scholarship to pursue my master's degree. Ben Atugba says, scholarship to further education. Marine Jackson says, full scholarship to do MPhil, PhD. Anthony Sosu says, full scholarship to complete my course. Moses Kefosu says, capital for business. Critical Top Gong says, capital for business. Isaac T. Kwao says, capital for business. J. Humble says, capital for business. Rejoice says, full scholarship. Gandibu Ivan says, capital for business. Abdullah Hamid says, capital for business. And Abdul Majid Hadi is also saying, full scholarship to further my education. MPhil. Hey, all of you want to do MPhil, PhD. Oh, God. Isaac Aka says, capital for business. Tofik Qatari says, a capital for my business. I can sponsor myself through school with my business. Esinu also thinks same. And I could also have it as something to lie back on in case I finish school and do not get employed. Esther Daku says, capital for business. That's true. That is true. Alfred Domezi says, full scholarship. Asiedu also says full scholarship. Makovnikov says to further my education. Mohammed Sani says full scholarship. Aziz Osama says capital for business. Pius Dodu says capital for business. Even just 5,000 CDs. Austin Hammond is saying business, please. Black Pharaoh says I like to travel, please. And Kwame Damse says capital for business. And it goes on and on. Send me yours on Facebook. Put your comment there. Would you prefer a full scholarship to further education or capital for business? As it stands right now, well,
Capital for business.
I've gone to put myself, back into school. So I want to finish.
Before you can comment on this.
Yeah, but as for business, I've been doing it. So right now, yeah. Okay, well, with the line of in my line of business and what I'm aiming at, for now, I need that. It's not even the training I need because practically I've gone through it. But I need that set to get to where I want to get to. Right. Is the only reason. If not, I wouldn't have bothered because I'm already doing whatever I'm going to be taught. Like even when I read the introduction, I realized that this one, I'm doing it in person. I know that. So yeah, for me, it's just about what I want to pursue and where I want to see myself. And yeah. And I know some people also have certificates and never sat in their class. So that's also another thing. They decided to do business. They made their money. Look, do you know that? Okay, let me not say it. But some people have just made phone calls. Yeah, the certificate not be free.
That's why I say money and serotonin.
Oh yes, that one I agree.
Money.
I want to find out from you who is also listening, and maybe you want to call 0559 0559-242-717 0556-910-154.
Corey, God bless.
And yeah, we already have a phone call here. Okay, hello.
Hi, Chris.
Yes, sir. Your name, please.
Michael Sinima.
Oh, yes. Go ahead, boss.
Oh, I would prefer me studying through the scholarship than me giving the money for business.
For business. Okay. Any reason?
Oh, Craig, you see, you can have the money and do your business. You should take note that you employ.
Oh, boy. I really wanted to hear the point. Lucifer is on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, so the Lucifer.
Today Jane is not
here. Lucifer, would you want the money for school or you want business?
Feast is made for laughter. Wine makers merry.
Yes.
Money answers all things.
Yes.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10.
Yes.
Verse 19. You go to school. Go. I will use the money make business. You come, I go employ you, pay you small money, you will cry. You go. You go.
Wow. That was Lucifer, man. Charlie, the guy know they hear. And you know what? What he's saying is actually true. Yeah, I've gone through it before in my past life. Some years back, I went through it and I learned my lesson. And so I also decided to take risks and take my chances, grab any opportunity that I get. And I know that pays. It's very painful when you're starting.
Right.
But it pays. It pays. I also know that school can sort of enlighten you and direct you
To do things better.
And when you find yourself in a society like ours, you would need certificates for everything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I have a caller here. Hello.
Hello,
Yes, sir. Your name, please.
this is David. Please.
David, would you want money for a full scholarship or you want money for business?
Hey, Charlie. This time around in Ghana,
Uh-huh.
money for business, oh please.
Money for business,
I tell you.
The A4 sheet, we have a lot in the room. We have a lot in the cupboard, a lot.
Hardest.
But you see, you can get the money and chop it all.
No. So like I'm managing somebody's business. I introduce the business to the person. The business is flourishing. How can I, if I have the capital, how can I do it myself? I can do it myself.
Yes. That's true. That's
Sure.
true.
Right.
That's true. David Akasawai. I'm gonna pick my last call. Ade. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon.
This is Juliet Kaswa.
Juliet from Casland.
Catland. It's my first time calling into your show.
Oh.
And I've been a regular listener on Stereo FM.
Oh, thanks
so
for
welcome
calling.
to Stereo FM.
Thank you. I like that. Anyway, Juliet,
Yeah.
are you taking the money for business or you want to further your education?
I want money for business, Papa. When I get something, then I can use it to further my education. Although I work within the formal sector, but I do some small business in addition. And the kind of money that I fetch from the small business, it's worth than,
Yeah.
the formal sector money.
Wow.
So money is very important. It depends on how you use it.
That's true.
Regards to your entire team. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Aban again. See, now as you know, has learnt that thing. Again. Aban again. All right, guys, give us your last submissions, and we'll get into the next segment.
Okay. So before I make my concluding remarks, I just wanted to say that it's easy to say you're going for full funding because in our system now, most of the full funding is, you're going outside Ghana and then it caters for a lot of things.
Yeah.
You are paid to study, you're paid and you get to do assistantships and all that. So at the end of the day, you're still able to make some money for yourself and you can be able to input that into something useful. But even that one is relative, depends on the person we are talking about here. But at the end of the day, you know yourself best, you know what works for you. Say, you're not a business-minded person, you want to be a lecturer, certainly you need the education, you need the schooling to be able to get there. So you just do what works for you. Look at your goals, your future goals and your future plans, and then at the end of the day, you do what works for you.
Hey, clap for AC.
Michael.
Anyways, for me, like she said, she ended and saying that to do what works for you.
Yeah.
For me, I've been on the street for a very long time. Business has been my thing. I know how to turn one CD into 5 CDs. So obviously, without thinking about it, I'll go into business. And one comes after the other. So long as I'll be able to achieve the other before the latter, why not? I'll do the first thing.
For me, I think I will put what both of you have said together. Esinu is saying, know yourself, look at what works for you and go for it. Michael knows himself and says that, look, he understands business and so definitely he's going to do business. I don't know if you know yourself. So if you are listening and you don't know yourself, know yourself.
Find
yourself. And also, one very important thing, I've met with people and realized that everybody wants money, but they don't even know what they want the money for.
Sure. Right.
Because you meet somebody and you know that this person can help you, but the idea is not there. You've never written down anything. That's what Bible is saying, that put down your put down your plan. Write it down. Write it down. Because Charlie, you are not putting anything down. You don't have any idea. You just want money. You wake up, Charlie, today man for go find money. We will find money. Yeah, Charlie, we will find money. Yeah, Charlie, we will find money. Then you meet the person that will give you the money. Oh, I want to help you. I want to give you something. What are you doing so that I can?
What's your plan?
What's your plan? What's your plan? They can even tell you, go and come. Go and think about something and come. 1 year now on by. Thank you guys so much. Think about something. Why? It's 27 minutes.